Thank you. You're very kind.
Welcome.
Okay, so I'll be sharing my screen once again. And for the folks that just joined in, we would like to start by thanking you for your invaluable and definitely yes, invaluable. You're not getting any time of your life back. So we really appreciate your deciding to invest a little bit of it with us to learn a little bit about the Enchanting Hotels exclusive boutique hotel collection. Here we have with us our founder and CEO, Don Daniel Chavarria, who will be joining in.
Yes. Hello to everybody. Good morning in Costa Rica, and depending where you are, maybe good evening. Very happy to have you on this presentation. We are planning this series of presentations of our Enchanting Hotels collection to make it short, hopefully not longer than half an hour, so that you can have a more deep view and wisdom about each one of the hotels. And today we are presenting El Establo and Nammbu. El Establo and Nammbu, they belong to the same family. And the hotel management is run by the family Beche. Maybe Marcos will tell you about the family in a while. So that's why we put them together. And one is in the mountains, in the cloud forest, and the other one is on the beach, on a wonderful beach. So this combines very well for tourists and clients willing to get a flavor of the best of Costa Rica. So you will learn about both hotels in a while. Both are in the high-end range among the best hotels of the region where they're located. And they are more than ready. They have been investing in improvements during this pandemic time, and they are shining with the best amenities nowadays. So maybe you know Marcos already. Marcos has been supporting me in the tour and travel
Hello, everybody.
For quite a while now. So he will be in charge of the presentation mainly, but I will still be here and maybe adding some comments and information to what he presents to you. Okay. So Marcos, you're free to continue talking.
Thank you. Thank you, Don Daniel. The for everybody, the chat is, should be enabled. So if you have questions, you can put them there. But you can also pop your questions as you consider necessary. As Don Daniel was saying, we're gonna try to summarize here and make it concise. And a week from today, we'll have another presentation to continue talking about the rest of the hotel. So if this is your first webinar, just mark this on your schedule so you can keep joining us every week. Good morning for those who are just joining in, and we will start. As Daniel was saying, today we'll focus our efforts on El Establo Mountain Hotel. This is in the Monteverde region. So Monteverde, one of the things that makes Costa Rica amazing is the amount of microclimates we have over here. In Monteverde, it's a cloud forest. This is roughly located between 1,400 and 1,800 meters above sea level. So this altitude allows it to remain green throughout the year. That's what it means in Spanish, green mountain. Although the rest of the region or lower areas not that far away are dry tropical forests, and they will become brown for the most part of the year. Monteverde is pretty much stealing humidity from the clouds, and this is what makes it beautiful and green throughout the year. This is inventory of El Establo Mountain Hotel. And the lodging rate includes the breakfast. Of course, although we are not going to get into all of these items, we always like you to be positive that we are having all the security protocols that the COVID pandemic requires, as per the Costa Rican Ministry of Health. And this is pretty much the view you are gonna get in Monteverde. It's higher up, as I was saying. The rest of it is down below, very say flat, and the goal. This is a reception, and one of the things that makes Monteverde very interesting for your client a moment ago. The owners of this family are part of the history of Monteverde. You may or may have not heard about this, but this is a group of Quakers that decided to flee the U.S. Um, just make the long story short, to avoid the draft for the Korean War in the 50s. And it just turns out that Costa Rica had just recently abolished its army 2 years before, and they ended up here. The family of this hotel are Quakers, and so the mother of the current owner, she came on this peripal that left the United States. Oh, let me go back to that picture. And those, if you see the frames on the reception, those are the historic pictures that pretty much tell this story. So this hotel is rooted on the very story of where Monteverde has started. Here we have a picture of our swimming pool, which is a heated swimming pool. Up here, it's what I would consider cold for a Costa Rican. This is cold for me. Perhaps it's not cold for your clients or for yourselves and on your latitudes. But the pool has to be warmed. And
Yeah, and talking about this area of the pool, you see some tables up here. We have like a small bar here, snack bar, let's say, so the people can have drinks and snacks to order and to consume by the swimming pool. You see, it's covered because of the mystic weather that has fog and some light rain uh, up in the mountains in the cloud forest. That's the reason. I don't know. We lost Marcos. Yes, we lost him. Now there you are, Marcos. Back in. You're mute.
I'm
You're
sorry,
mute.
yeah, my connection was just bailed on me. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, let me try to share my screen once again. And there we are. Okay, should I carry on? Do you have anything else to add about the pool area, Don Daniel?
No, carry on. Actually, I talked too much about the pool
Thank
area.
you. Apologize for the technical difficulties. So another thing.
Well, here you see how the buildings are located on different levels. This hotel is probably the highest located hotel in Monteverde and surrounded by the cloud forest. So you see on the windows of the balconies, you see the view that we saw before during the sunset, because we are looking at the Pacific Ocean. You see how beautiful every day you will observe the sunset and from each one of the balconies. And we are on a very big uh, property, so you don't feel the people around you. You just are surrounded by nature. Carry on, Mark.
Okay. So instead of the rooms or base category is going to be the deluxe suites, all of them with 2 queen beds. As for the space, they're really spacious. They're 50 square meters in size and a maximum occupancy of 4 people. They all, as Daniel was saying, have a nice view of the Nicoya Peninsula, and the restrooms are also quite large. Next category is the They're 65 square meters and all come with one king size bed as well. Check out that nice view. It's like on the balcony terrace. And this is the other nice setup
Viewership.
about it with the
Mhm.
mezzanine. Um, these are the family suites, of which we have 9 units. These are in two sizes, 55 square meters and 80 square meters. And as for the honeymoon suites, there's only 5 of these. So these are, say, the most luxurious. They come with their own jacuzzi, and of course, they will all will have that amazing view we talked about. As for the common areas, so Don Daniel was saying this hotel is higher up and it has a great view, and the whole property it's like on a hill. So restaurant it's on the lower area of the property, or
Mhm.
and on the same next to it have our lounge bar. Nice chill music, great cocktails. Higher up on the mountain we'll have an
This is the presentation is not moving. This is we have two restaurants actually. This is the main restaurant on the at the side of the main road at the entrance of the hotel, which is best suitable like for groups and for the breakfast when everybody takes the meal. But then we have Lagos, the fine cuisine, the gourmet restaurant up on the hill. You just saw a picture of it, and right beside this lake with view to the lake. That's Lagos.
um,
Uh,
just want want to make sure if you I'm coming through correctly. Do you hear me, Don Daniel? Do you see the presentation?
yes, we hear you, but sometimes you go away.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, apparently my Wi-Fi is acting up today. It's having a tantrum. So we are, or at least I'm trying to show you pictures of the Lagos Fine Cuisine Hotel. As Daniel was saying, it's higher up in the mountain, great view of the in front of the lake with a nice view of the sunset. And this is well, I don't know about you, but I just got hungry and I had breakfast not that long ago. But this is a little bit of the gastronomy you can taste over there. Check out those sunsets. Sunsets in Monteverde are just out of this world. Yoga lessons at our yoga deck, and we have our own full spa. So you see the name over there is the Green Leaf Spa in Monteverde, and if weather allows, massages are given at open air. Nice, calm, and relaxing sounds of the cloud forest. We also have our own zipline tours within the property with our own guides, with our own everything. This is inside of the private reserve of El Establo. It's called the Treetop Canopy, and we also offer our own night walks. Um, Personally, I believe the guides in El Establo are amazing. They're just like magicians making animals pop up where they're apparently invisible until the guide shows them to you. We have a network of trails that can be walked either self-guided, one.
Yeah, we have our own trails at El Establo. Yeah, actually, it's a property of
I believe
60 hectares and 30 is preserved as for as cloud forest preserve. So we have some trails going to the cloud forest that we have on premises, and these are used also by the our own guides that do offer the night walk to the clients. There you can see some of the trails, the property to the cloud forest. ideal for what is trend now. You know, the forest bathing therapy. Okay. Let's see what happened with Marcus and oh, there he's coming back, I think. Maybe let me. Uh, Let me see if I can share my screen and the presentation from my. There we go. So can you see my screen now? Yes, okay.
Yes, correct. Yes.
Okay, here are the trails that Marcus, I guess he's having troubles. He's being a digital nomad in Fortuna. Maybe he's not having the good connection right now.
That is a fact, Don Daniel. Apparently, rural areas are having still network issues. I'm sorry. I moved to a different place. I hope I get better connection here, although it's a bit more
Hey.
noisier where I am. So please, I apologize in advance for like
Okay, go
background
ahead
noises.
because I don't have the same presentation you prefer. So please.
Okay, sharing again. And we were on the last slide of El
That was the
Establo.
last slide. Okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna switch to tropical or warmer climates. How about a beach view?
Any questions? Any questions right now about Establo or Monteverde or the region? Do you have uh, any comments or you want to share a testimony? If not, we'll do it later. You can proceed with Nammbu beachfront bungalows.
Okay, so right in front of the beach at Playa Carrillo. So for those who are not familiar with the region, Playa Carrillo is next to Samara, which perhaps you have heard about. This is, as Don Daniel mentioned at the beginning of the of the presentation, owned by the same owner. So these are brothers or sister hotels, if you wish. This is the inventory of rooms. We have 36 deluxe rooms, 18 junior suites, and 9 honeymoon suites. Breakfast is included. As we mentioned on the other presentation, COVID protocols are followed as per required by the Ministry of Health in Costa Rica. And Playa Carrillo is amazing because there's nothing going on there. This is not developed. It's pretty much peace and sun and beach. Although it's conveniently close to Samara, where you will find more nightlife, restaurants, bars, and whatever you want. But Playa Carrillo is a place to come and relax. The hotel, as you can see there, is pretty much in front of the beach as per what is required in the Costa Rican law of protecting some space from the actual shore to the hotel. And we are higher up, which allows us to have a great view of the sea.
Go back for a minute. Go back for a minute. You
The other one?
see back. Yeah, another one.
Mhm.
You see maybe the pool area at the far right end. Okay, that is the limit that you need to go away from the beach in order to build anything. You know, in Costa Rica, 50 meters from the highest tide in inland will be public beaches. All the coastline of Costa Rica is a public beach. There are no private beaches in Costa Rica. And then the next 150 meters, you need to respect a regulation plan that is done with the community and with the authorities and with the tourist board and so on. So we are complying the requirements, and still we are an ocean view hotel because we are up on the hill and all the units have a beautiful view to the ocean, to the forest, and to the sunsets. But still, from the pool, we have stairs going down to the beach that if you count the steps, or it's about 50 steps, and you're touching the sand already. So we are almost, you could consider it like a beachfront hotel and ocean view. That's what I wanted to add.
Thank you, Daniel. So let's go in through the main entrance. This is how your guests will reach the hotel. This is on the higher end of the property, or the yeah. And you'll get first to the front desk. This is the pool area that Daniel was talking about a moment ago. This is where common areas will be located. Restaurant, bar, and spa are down here. The endless pool. And this picture allows us to see well that behind the common areas building, as I was saying, restaurant, bar, and spa, we have the units of the rooms going higher up.
Each one of those buildings, that's that's why it's called bungalows, because each one of those big bungalows, which is a building, has 7 rooms. It has 2 rooms which are deluxe, 2 rooms which are junior suites, and up on the top, the main suite. So it has same categories as El Establo, so you could use it in combination. You will have the same rate, same conditions, and same categories. You'll have the deluxe, junior suites, and master suite. And of course, you would see some pictures of each one of the rooms, but each bungalow is offering 7 rooms together.
Mhm. So as Daniel was saying, we have the deluxe and the junior suites on the first and second stories of each building. The deluxe are going to be on the sides, so they have this nice corner window you see on the right side of the picture here. On the left, you have the mini fridge, the little desk, terrace, and 2 queen size beds. Restrooms, as well as in Establo, are quite big. Nice finishes. The junior suites are also on the first and second story, but they are located in the middle. So they are slightly larger. These are, as well as El Establo, 65 square meters. They have a full small living room inside, also the mini fridge, espresso machine, flat screen, what have you. And on the terrace, I don't know about you, but I love hammocks. So just having a little hammock to chill with that view, it's something I always need, not want, need. And as for the honeymoon suite, that's the third story, and there are solo over there. It's the only room on the third story with a king size bed. They're 75 square meters. And I guess biggest thing to point out about the honeymoon suites is they have their own private jacuzzi on their terrace. We're back to the public areas building. Here you get to see better the one of the bars we have at the hotel. So you see it on the lower part of the building. That's the bar. On the second story, you have the restaurant, and on the opposite side of the bar is where we have our spa. In the middle, we have showers, dressing rooms, even locker rooms if you would like to leave, say, your tablet or laptop with the key and then walk to the beach. These are the views you will find up there on the restaurants, on the restaurant. This is where you would have breakfast. Imagine that.
Maybe you can check on this view to the beach that there are no other buildings, no other I don't know, hotels, houses, whatever. All you see is green behind the beach and a beautiful, very solitary, almost virgin beach to enjoy. It's I think it's around 6 kilometers beach, and the next beach will be Samara.
Same place at sunset, which is the other nice show to see, and a little bit of the gastronomy in the restaurant. There's a new lounge bar, which is slightly higher up in the property. And this is how it looks inside.
Yeah. We serve food here also. It's a lounge bar and restaurant. And at the far back, at the end of the first picture, you would have ocean view. By night, you're not enjoying that, but or not precising that, but we do have ocean view from there.
You're absolutely right, Don Daniel. Oh, I went too fast on that one. By the pool, we have this, well, the pool chairs, but also this little, I don't know how you call it, like cots or like lounge beds with shade. They are absolutely beautiful. I have a better picture of them here. And of course, I'm sorry?
Cabana, Paula is telling us the name, Cabanas. Nice.
Oh, that's how they call. Thank you. Um, the this is well, just to display that we do offer yoga lessons. However, we have a new yoga deck, and this is it. It's pardon me.
Yeah, the new yoga deck is with the a forest view. It's surrounded by nature and by forest. Before we had the yoga deck at the place where we have the new lounge bar. So now we are sacrificing. This is more private, and it's because otherwise everybody was checking you doing yoga at the other deck, but this deck is more private. And what we offer here is a jungle view.
Yeah. Also, the sun in Guanacaste is unforgiving. So if you wanted to do a yoga class at 10 a.m. or something like that, it's just this is better regarding the shade. It's more fresh. It has more breeze. As for nearby activities, paddleboard, sport fishing, kayaking tours in the mangroves. There is a nice hike to that view on the lower left. Turtle nesting and hatching. It's a short drive away, and as always, nature tours. You know, that's what Costa Rica is mostly known for. We also
I
have.
think you wouldn't know. Most of the people do not know that beach, Camaronal, is 50 minutes away from the hotel, drive. And it's almost all year round that you will see turtles there.
Okay, and back to the premises of the hotel, we have paddle boards for guests to use right on Carrillo Beach. This is a very calm beach. There's no like huge waves or tides or currents, so it's very easy to paddle around. And this will be our last slide in Nammbu Beachfront Bungalows. Do you have questions on the chat box, Don Daniel?
Yeah, remember in Costa Rica, the sun sets to the west. So on the Pacific side is where we have, on the Pacific Oceans where we have the sunsets over the ocean. So this is happening very nicely in Nammbu, Playa Carrillo. It's not the most well-known and popular beach in Guanacaste, but we are located in Guanacaste, which is the beach area in Costa Rica. And you saw how beautiful and amazing the beach is, and very secluded. Still not a lot happening at this beach, so it's ideal for people during these times to be a little isolated, a little by yourself, and still enjoying the beach and enjoying the nature. But in the future, if you still are looking for a little nightlife or wildlife or options of restaurants and activity, still Samara is about 7 kilometers away from us. It's a 10-minute ride, and you will have a lot of options. Samara is a little beach town north of Carrillo. So you can find the best of both worlds of a beach or vacation, staying in Nammbu.
Okay.
Any maybe about the family, the owners. It's the Beche family. Some of you might know them already. The Arnoldo Beche family. They started with El Establo since they came along with the Quakers that came to Costa Rica. I don't know, 60 years ago. And the mother of Arnoldo was among that group as a little kid. And so this is a fusion family of Quakers and Costa Ricans. His dad is Costa Rican. And now they expanded to the beach. They are very well known. They have a long experience managing hotels, and they are very open to support agencies and wholesalers. So anytime you feel that you want to come and do some site inspection, or please feel free to ask for special rate or complimentary, depending on how the occupation is. We will be supporting you with that. And actually, we're planning to hold maybe around September, October, maybe farm trip only through the Enchanting hotels. So Marcos, because they register, we do have their contacts in case we want to send an invitation or
No, actually,
follow up.
I was gonna ask everybody to leave us your contact information. I see some familiar faces that joined us on the last webinar, but just for everybody, just please leave us your contact information on the chat box over there. That way, we can send us high resolution pictures and the fact sheets with everything I was telling you about how many square meters, what's the bedding, what's the maximum occupancy, how far is it from the airport, everything you need to know to perform the sale, we will be sharing with you. I appreciate it. Do we have any other questions, guys?
How well, we're done with the presentation, unless you have questions. And I don't know if you want to share how is the demand going regarding Costa Rica. How is it moving? You see that we will have improvements.
I can share on behalf of Delta Vacations and what we're seeing to Costa Rica. So
Thanks,
it
Jen.
was a bit of a struggle in the beginning of the year. I'll admit, Mexico is a very strong destination, so a lot of consumers seem to be traveling to that region. However, I am pleased to share that the past few weeks, Delta Vacations has seen a jump in bookings to Costa Rica. We haven't quite leveled out year over 2 years versus 2019 yet, but I'm happy to see the positive trends returning to the country.
Oh, good news. Thanks for sharing, Jen. Thanks.
My pleasure.
And wish you the best and that it continues growing. And we're doing all we can to support you from Costa Rica and on behalf also of the tourist board, of the authorities, the health ministry, and so on. We're doing the best to be back to the good numbers. Yeah, Paula is sharing. I have people that were going to go this February, but we booked to next year because of the uncertainty. Many people are having that uncertainty, but we are improving. No? You might know already Costa Rica got into the highest wave recently, COVID wave, but numbers are going back, especially the last 3 weeks. We are going back in the infection rate, and we're going back in the daily infections, uh, daily positive cases, and we're going back regarding the hospital occupation. So we are confident that it will be a matter of a couple of weeks or maybe one more month of to go back to the good numbers and welcome everybody. Well, everybody's welcome. There are no restrictions to come to Costa Rica to insurance, but that the people feel more confident to travel. Okay. So if I don't know, Marcus, anything to add? Anybody wants to share anything or ask anything? Otherwise, invite you to the next webinar. Let me take this book. Hello.
Yeah, just I'd like to thank everybody once again for your time. As I was saying, these are minutes you are never getting back, and we definitely appreciate you sharing them with us. Make sure to leave us your contact information so we can share all the valuable information of the hotel with you, and we'll be hosting another webinar next week at the same time. This is 10 a.m. Costa Rican time. For next week, the 15th, we'll be talking about Studio Hotel and Tucanes Tours. So make sure
We,
to
we, we put them together because Tucanes Tour just took over the tour desk at Studio Hotel. So we have a nice combination where we can support you with transfers to a very nice low price to our Enchanting properties, and any support you might need for your clients staying at Studio Hotel. We have to kind of store our allied partner there. Okay.
Once again, thanks everybody for your time, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care.
Good to
Bye.
see you, many of you that I know, and I wish you the best. Bye-bye.